Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for August 2023. This is for Gemini, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Gemini. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, just hanging out on my sofa, drinking iced teas, watching X-Files, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Gemini, August, it's an interesting month. It's a slower month, but it's a good month. It's a welcome month, okay? Now, the reason why I say it's interesting is because we have two full moons, all right? We have the full moon on August 1st, okay? It's going to be in Aquarius. We have a full moon in Pisces at the end of the month, all right? So very interesting. We have two full months, two full moons, and as you know, full moons bring closure. I did a video on full moon in Aquarius for every sign. I did a reading for every sign for that. Members have access to it now, but that should be posted this weekend, so definitely take a look at that. Now, it's just if you want more clarity on what's going to happen around this full moon in Aquarius, it is going to be in your 9th house, spirituality, a lot of travel too. Travel and you working on a book? You're working on a book, Gemini. All right, there may be some activity around that. Other thing is, half the solar system is basically going to be retrograde because Mercury, your ruling planet, Gemini, is going retrograde August 23rd. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about that later, okay? Now, Uranus goes retrograde a few days after that. So when I say basically the entire solar system is retrograde, we're talking pretty much every planet except for Jupiter and Mars. But Jupiter is going retrograde in September. But even still, that's just a lot of planets that are taking beauty naps right now. And so, like I said in my last readings, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's kind of like, you know, it can be a window to the past, right? In terms of reassessing, reevaluating, redesigning, rethinking things in your life in terms of moving forward into the future, okay? So it's almost like this month is you catching your breath, okay, after all the crazy things that have been happening the past few months, okay? Major crazy. And, you know, August only has about 15 aspects. Hey, and the majority of them are amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. A ton of trines. Great month, okay? And when I say 15 aspects, this is compared to like the 30, 40 aspects per month that we've been having lately. So this is just, again, a welcome month. Things may move a little bit slower than normal with all the planets retrograde, but again, use it to your advantage, okay? Use it to your advantage. Now, Jupiter and Saturn are still super active. They're, you know, buddy right now. Mars is doing a lot of trines. Mars is very active. Now, Mars is in Virgo, and so is Mercury, okay? First half, right, of the month. There's going to be a lot of focus for you, Gemini, in terms of, or activity around family or children or even your home or relationships, okay? Because this is your 4th house. Now, if you think about Virgo, very detail oriented, very, you know, analytical. So very, really like matters of home, your domestic sector, family, children, your partner, relationship. It's almost like you're going to have a lot of like, determination, a lot of activity around something in that area in your life, okay? We're talking really like, funny I mentioned X-Files earlier, like very Mulder and Scully, very like Scooby-Doo, okay? Sherlock Holmes, like really eagle eye in this area of your life. Of course, it's going to affect Gemini risings a lot more than Geminis, but, you know, all Geminis will feel this for sure. This is, again, really great aspects happening in August. It's a month of freedom. It's a month of breakthroughs from things that have been challenging in the past. It's, I'm not going to lie, it's a month of transformation. Coming out of the nodal changes, it's a huge month of transformation that you are definitely going to feel. You are definitely going to feel. So let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you for August 2023. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun, and Rising. If you know your birth chart, if you want to read for your Venus and your Moon, I would actually recommend it for this month. The moon is, we do have 2 full moons. We have a new moon in Leo in the middle of the month. This pretty big, and I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, going to talk about that later, so you may want to read for that. And Venus, obviously, because Venus is very active right now, you may want to think about that as well. Last thing I'm going to say, if you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box, and stay tuned, because after I do your spread, I pull more cards. I break it down week by week, and I tell you what's going on every week. Okay, so Gemini, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for August 2023. Can you believe that we're in August? It feels like we were just in like January. Well, I don't know, maybe not, and that's a stretch, right? But this year has flown by. Gemini, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Gemini, you're amazing. I love you. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. Come on, look at this. Hello. You're good. You're absolutely good. You are really good. Let's get started. You got the Page of Swords in your past. The biggest thing that's coming through is, I feel like your last reading, there was almost like, so over it, just need to move forward, right? Just go, boom. The biggest energy that's coming up for me is that, you are now in the zone. You're in the zone. You're just ready. You're ready to go. That's what the Page of Swords is anyway, right? Pages. This page is very enthusiastic. Very, like, he just wants to get going, right? He wants to use that sword, okay? Pages are the newbies in the royal court, but they're still in the royal court. They have a lot of power. Now, here's the thing. This page has changed. Swords has changed, okay? Swords are the mental suit, okay? The heirs. So it's a lot of change in the way that you were thinking about things too. So you could have had some moments where you had to shift gears in the way that you see things and in the way that you communicate. There could have also been like some huge message that you received. Again, this came in your past. Pages are messengers. Swords are the mental suit. So it could have been like an intuitive download as well. Okay, so this is really good. Just like this enthusiasm to move forward this month in August. Now, look at what you got in the heart of your spread. You got Justice. So everything that you've been going through, all the challenges that you've been going through, it's almost like remember what I said from the beginning of this video. It's like, this is a month where things are going to slow down, but it's also like breakthroughs and clarity and just sense of freedom. And now you have Justice in the heart of your spread. And so there's so much happening here. A lot of messages coming through. First thing is like, you're good, okay? You just got Justice. I love it when Justice comes in the heart of your spread, because Justice sits right in the middle of the major arcanas, okay? You even see card 11. And so it's really, really great. Even if you want to think about 11, I mean, that's a big, 11 equals 2, and your Geminis are the twins, 2, duality, and then if you see 11, it's like, anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. But what I want you to know is that this is basically saying everything that you've been working for, it's like justice will be served. You are in a place, really good place karmically. A lot of karma attached to this card, a lot of wisdom attached to this card. You even see the 2 pillars here, the gray, okay? Wisdom. Like, this is really great. This is really great for you. Very excited for you. A lot of y'all may be in a place where you're now saying to yourself, like, I know what I want. I know what I've let go of the things that I needed to let go, especially with the Page of Swords that has come up in your past. You're good. You're absolutely good. Even, like, again, a lot of this is spirit. I'm getting like more spiritual energy, like you being as like who you are. Again, it's almost like you're cashing in your karma points this month. You're gonna be absolutely fine. You're gonna be 1000% fine. You're going to be amazing. Looking at what's happening here too, there may be some Geminis where you could have a contract to sign. And we do have a Mercury Jupiter trine the second week of August. But again, we'll talk about that later. King of Pentacles in your challenge area. Okay, so what I want you to know, the King of Pentacles is like the richest king, right? But two things that's coming through. One, the King of Pentacles, he is Taurus. You even see the symbols, like the bulls here in his throne, right? And so with all this activity, Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus in your 12th house, there could be a sense of you really, really having this spiritual like download this month. It's you may really feel it, especially everything that's been happening the past few months for Geminis. Now it is going to be something where addresses you are going to have more thoughts about. I need to this month, I really want to step up. I really want to bring all this wealth and abundance and just not having to worry about things in my life. That's going to be a big focus for a lot of Geminis, okay? And that is what's going to bring that balance. Remember, justice sits right in the middle. And second thing, you do see the scale and the judge's hand. Third thing, actually, when you think about what's happening here, when you think about what happened in your last reading, justice is ruled by Libra, right? The sign of balance with the scale. Libra is a native ruler of the 7th house of relationships and partnerships, so that could be a big thing for you. Like I said, did I say about a contract? And I was getting energy about a contract. So that could be a thing, maybe even marriage. But either way, listen, this is really great. The King of Pentacles, the other thing is, some of y'all may, the King of Pentacles in your challenge area, some of y'all may still be in the process of the things that you want are like, you may have to just continue to reassess, right? How to get there is a big message. It's just, there's possibly, you know what? You're possibly already doing it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You're possibly already gonna be doing it in August, but you really want to be that protector, that provider now. You really want to be sitting in this throne, to be honest. Okay, so a lot of this is really just, again, just more you. It's just more you in this spiritual way, this karmic way. So keep that in mind. Just really hone in on your intuition. You'll be fine. You'll be good. I mean, look, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So here's that affirmation saying that there's something that is coming through this month where you want to take it to the like long haul energy. Long haul energy. Okay? That's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Second thing about the Knight of Pentacles, he's Virgo. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. All right? So keep that in mind. Remember what I said with Mars and Mercury in Virgo in your 4th house. A lot of this will resonate with family or your children or, you know, a lover, okay? Or your actual home. Maybe some of y'all are thinking about moving or doing something with your home or maybe opening an Airbnb, whatever it is. It's your domestic sector and it's you wanting to really, he's in it to win it. This is, again, like he wants to commit for the long haul. Okay, it is the biggest field right here. So having sown seeds and reaping your rewards, no matter how long it takes. I mean, this is more of like a long-term thing, okay? Something that you may want to monetize too, because it is the Pentacles. The Pentacles are earthbound, so it is your physical world. So that's really great. Something that's you're going to be thinking about this month. But if it's not anything home related, just think about what you want to invest in, okay? But again, it could be like business. It could be work. Ask yourself, and this is why that intuitive energy is going to be very helpful for you this month. Now, you did get the 9 of Swords in the root of your spread, all right? So what's really happening here, the energy that I'm actually getting is more like there are things that have happened that's almost like fueling you to have this balance in your life, to sit in this throne, to have this longevity in a passion of yours, or something that you want to monetize, or something that has to do with family or relationships, and really just have that balance in your life, something that's fueling you emotionally. All right, it's the biggest message that's coming through. I mean, the Nine of Swords is the card that first of all, it is like the like most coming up in everybody's readings cards. What would you even call that? I'm so like my the most, it comes up the most in everyone's readings. But it is a card where first it's ruled by Gemini. Okay, this is actually Mars in Gemini, but it's a Gemini card, and it's so you pulled one of your own cards. But it is, you see him with his hands over his face, so there's a little bit of grief, there's a little despair, there's a question of like, there's a lot of mystery in this, like what happened, right? And I want you to ask yourself that, is there something that happened where you're just it really affected you emotionally? Okay, is it something that you said that you may have regretted? Did someone do something bad to you? These are all questions that you should ask yourself, but using that to fuel you to improve things in your life. Okay, that is really the biggest message that's coming through. It's almost like some things that have happened are inspiring you to not only work on your karma, become better versions of yourself, but really be laser focused toward these passions of yours. Okay, because you don't want to be in this situation, right? So it is a big, again, like a very spiritual month for you. Very interesting, because you also got the Six of Cups. You got the Six of Cups in your future, and I really love the fact that you got the Six of Cups in your future. If you are a subscriber, you know this is one of my favorite cards. There's a lot of kindness in this card, there's a lot of sharing in this card, there's a lot of harmony in this card. Okay, it's like you've learned gratitude, you're at the highest level of gratitude at this point. There's a lot of self-love here too, so this is all in your future. You're going to be fine, because the work that you're doing is leading you to this place where you'll have a lot of comfort and security. This is the biggest house in tarot. Okay, a lot of comfort, security, protection, all of that, like you're gonna be fine. There is also how with Venus in Leo retrograde, and with Mercury, your ruling planet, going retrograde at the end of the month, and they are going to overlap, so it is going to be a really big, deep, like really going within, really tapping into your intuition, really reassessing things, really reevaluating things. Okay, and the only reason this one's pretty big is because Mercury and Venus are inner planets, so you'll feel it more than like Saturn retrograde, for instance, but you'll feel it more in the moment. But this is a card in nostalgia, which is why I bring it up, okay? Because this is a month where we are reassessing things. Remember what I said, window to the past. So a lot of people from your past could come up at this point, all right? But it looks like it is going to be for a good thing. It's going to be a good thing. Look across your cross here. Like, I absolutely love this for you. You're good. You're absolutely good. Because again, with the Nine of Swords here, I'm really just getting a moment, like, it's really more just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this situation where I feel bad about something, or I'm really honing in on something that's bringing my energy field low. Like, I want to get out of this. All right, so I actually really love that. I love this for you. All right, so let's get to your staff, Gemini. Like I said earlier, by the way, oh gosh, I always mess up my lines. That's me being, I'm a Gemini rising, by the way. I don't know if you're new to my channel, but if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are, I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I really do appreciate it. And I am truly grateful. So let's see what's going on for you here. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Gemini, you're good. Okay. You got the Hierophant. When I say this is going to be like, you're going to be like very spiritually active, like you're really just going to be trusting your intuition. I'm getting more of like, it's like it's just gonna be easier for you. It's gonna be more effortless. Like you're just gonna be on it. You're gonna be happier this month. All right. This is a very the Hierophant has, you know, very spiritual connotation to it, right? He's the connector to the divine, to the physical realm, but there is a sense of well, a lot of structure and tradition that comes with the Hierophant. So that's something that is going to be happening for y'all in August. Is the things that you're doing is to again build this like not only working on like your karmic cycles and having like this balance in your life, but also like that structure too. Okay, organizations may be a big thing. That's a big thing for y'all. There is a sense of that with the Hierophant. The other thing that's coming through is well, actually, if you think about last month with the changing of the nodes, how the North Node, destiny, right, it moved into your 11th house of your social network and your hopes and wishes, but also organizations and groups you belong to. So if you're not spending time on that, I would think about that. How can I do like it really feels like there's a sense of you that wants to be part of an organization or even wants to start something. And when I say organization, just take that with a grain of, like it can be just even like a community. It can be even like a cooking class or just something where it's with other people. But that's something that's coming through. But the bigger message of all is you just being a little bit more spiritually like, right? And for a lot of y'all, it's going to be like this new, fresh feeling, like almost like you've never felt this before. And it's a good feeling. And I really love that for you. Now, you got the 8 of Pentacles, all right? In your external factors area, you are really going to be working for it. You're working hard. You're working hard, like behind the scenes. Like some people don't, not even know how hardworking you are. He is so hardworking. He is the most talented. He has a lot of passion. He really wants to get going, all right? He wants to reach his legacy, get to the finish line. Like he's so laser focused, all right? So this is a big thing toward your passions, even career, even jobs right now. Work is a big thing for y'all, okay? Career is a big thing for y'all for the next few years, but also even just like anything that money related, money and wealth, but it really is just what you personally, what you want to achieve, okay? What you want to achieve. So it can be work, it can be relationships, it can be, you know, home related matters, but keep that in mind. That is a big thing that's coming through. But you're good. I mean, you're absolutely good because he's successful. He gets what, you know, he gets to the end. So this is really great. I love your reading. It's like there's such a lot of freshness with it. It's really nice. It's really nice. A lot of this also is quite possibly due to work. It's like that's what's really fueling you and inspiring you to get to like the top. Okay, now you got the 5 of Wands. All right, this where it falls in your staff, it really is just saying that the last thing you want right now is this little like challenging. You just don't want any more challenges. You are you don't want any sort of like egos at play. You just want it to be a cool summer, right? That's all you want. You just want it to be a cool summer. You want things to go your way. You're gonna enjoy this. You're gonna enjoy this month, okay? So it's honestly just saying like there could have been some moments where you've had some like in the past, and it's like at this point you were so in tune with yourself. You have so much awareness. You have so much awareness that you like. Water off a duck's back, okay? So if there are any sort of like, you know, challenges, and even if you have kids, if they're like bickering or if they're, you know, it's just like it doesn't affect you as much as it did in the past, because you are so self-aware now and you're so in touch with your intuitive side, and even spiritually, like you're good. In fact, you're great. You have the 3 of Cups in your final outcome. Like Gemini, you're good. You're really good. The 3 of Cups is all about celebration. It's joy. This is a fun card. This is a card where you see the 3 sisters toasting each other. I mean, You're you're great. You're great. There could be a lot. Actually, there could be a lot of activity with siblings. Okay, this card is, even though it is joy and celebration, so you will be celebrating something this month. Hello, which is great. There is. I talked about organizations earlier, so before I even get there, this is at its core a card of like bonding. It's like sisterhood. It's brotherhood. It's but also, you know, when you think about Venus retrograde in Leo, but even still Venus being in Leo and us being in Leo season, that is your third house. All right. So not only does that rule communication, it is siblings. All right. So there could be some matters, activity with siblings or aunts, uncles, cousins, or even neighbors as well. Okay. Even neighbors as well, where there's just some like great moment of celebration. But if that doesn't resonate with you, it's still just, you have this moment. It's this joyful moment of celebrating. But again, remember what I said earlier about organizations too. It's almost like there's this sense of like bonding that's going to be happening with y'all. With it's just with other people. I mean, I really love that. I love that. You know, especially with the Six of Cups in your future, okay, and the Three of Cups in your final outcome. You see, notice that there are multiple people in this card, and then you have the Hierophant, which is, you know, a lot of like tradition-based stuff. But it is like there's a sense of like organization and groups like that. Really, really are, you know, connotated with that card. But I would recommend it too this month. Try to have those moments. Maybe joining some kind of like, I don't know, like a book club or a motorcycle club, or just doing something where other people are involved. Again, it is going to be a fun summer. All right, so especially with all these planets retrograde, it's just like getting like. Just imagine being on the rooftop bar with friends, watching a sunset at some like, you know, hotel or whatever. I don't even know. I mean, well, because travel may be a thing for y'all too. Okay, with all this activity in Leo in your third house, which also rules travel, so could be a big thing that is happening. And then also remember, we have that full moon in Aquarius in your ninth house. It's spirituality. It's like a big thing. It's a big thing that's showing up here, and then with Jupiter and Taurus, Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus up here in your 12th house. Anyway, so let's go ahead and see what's going on for you every week this month. Gemini, the first week we have that full moon in Aquarius, but what makes it special is we have Mars trining Jupiter this day. Absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this. And then just a few days later on the 6th, we have the Sun square Jupiter. I mean, this is like, you're going to have fun. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have... it's going to be great. Remember, Mars and Jupiter are outer planets too, so you may not like feel things like right on that day. It could be like a day before, a day after, but even still, it's like it's almost like there's something that ends. You're coming to the close of something that's happening for you, and then it's just like, yay! Now it's time to like have fun, and it really can have to do. Remember, Jupiter in your fourth house with family or a relationship, or children, or just something with home related. But either way, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the first week of August. You're good. Do you like that? That was kind of dramatic, right? You're really good. Hey, during the full moon in Aquarius, when it's like closure to something, new beginning. Ace is ushering in that new change, the new opportunities, bringing you a new opportunity, okay? A new path, new journeys. I mean, that's the biggest wand. That's the biggest wand. And hey, look at all the leaves sprouting from it. I mean, like, talk about planting seeds, right? Talk about planting seeds. It's what you're thinking about anyway. So you're looking for this new thing. The universe is offering you this new... and wands are, if you are here for work, they do represent enterprise, career, job. I mean, so there could be a new job coming through for a lot of Geminis, okay? Secondly, wands are just, you know, wands are very invigorating. They're very lively. So but they are your passions, okay? Ideas, creativity, like, you're good. You're absolutely good. Like, things are going to change right away for you. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, second week of August, we have Venus squaring Uranus, which is amazing. Of course, we're going to talk about that more in the weekly reading the same day. Mercury is trining Jupiter again. Such a great day. That's an absolutely amazing day. I love it. A lot of y'all may be moving around this week, or thinking about it, or getting married for sure. And of course, a new job. There's a lot that's happening for you, but let's go ahead. Oh, and then the sun conjuncting Venus on the 13th. We have a beautiful Kazemi. It's like at this point in your life, you're just like, I know what brings me joy. I know pleasure. I know what's gonna. I know how to have fun. I know what makes me have fun. Or wait, does that sound right? I know what is fun for me. It's more of what I was saying. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the second week of August. You're good. You are so good. I mean, like, you're good. You're absolutely good. You got the Queen of Cups. Someone who is, again, all this intuitive, spiritual energy is just really strong this month for you. And then now you have the Queen of Cups, who is like freakishly psychic. In fact, look at her gaze into the cup. It's almost like she's looking into a crystal ball, and it's because she is so intuitive, right? She is she is Cancer, by the way. Queen of Cups is Cancer, and so I actually really love this for you. You see her feet in the water. All right, water emotion. So she's really in touch with her emotional side, but it really builds that like emotional intelligence, that love for everybody in her world. But a really big message is like all this self-love, especially after all this, the things that you're getting and receiving and working on, like your karma and cashing in your karma points this month, Gemini. I love it for you. Now, the third week is, okay, so this is a challenging day, the sun squaring Uranus. Again, we'll talk about that more in the weekly reading, but this is it's pretty like it's again like one of those days you just want to be prepared for. Uranus is a planet of surprises and the unexpected, but here's the kicker. Well, the first things first, this is going to affect the fixed signs the most. I mean, some Geminis, y'all are going to feel it, but maybe not on such an intense level. But here's where it gets really exciting. The day after, we have that new moon in Leo, and so this is all about new beginnings. And this is in your third house. But here's the thing: that same day, Mars is trining Uranus. So I've been saying in like other readings, it's almost like cartoons where the characters is like, what just happened? It's like something could start going like sideways, but then it goes like great. It's really crazy. It's really fun, especially because on the 16th, while Uranus is still active, Mars is trining Uranus. There's this sense of freedom there and like being innovative, but Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter are forming this like brigade for you. It's like you're Beyonce, okay? And you're on stage, and Mars, Pluto, and Jupiter are your backup dancers. I mean, you have a lot of support. This is a great new moon. So it's an interesting week, to say the least. And again, we'll talk about this more in the weekly reading. So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the third week of August. You're good. Oh my gosh. You know what? You are getting all these cards of spirituality, of into being like into like this is gonna just be like, so the third, remember how I said this is a month of like breakthroughs and a sense of freedom and a lot of transformation? You are definitely gonna feel it by the third week. This new moon in Leo, wow. You just got Judgment, okay? This is huge. Absolutely huge. Some of y'all, this is basically a moment where you have that spiritual awakening, where you have that aha moment, that wake-up call. that reckoning. Like it's like, now I know. Now I know. Now I know. I'm so self-aware. I'm aware of everything that I want. I know exactly who I am. This is, honestly, this is, I mean, we could talk about this card all day. Talk about this card all day. I'm getting a message that some Geminis, if you feel that you are at a crossroads or things are still like you're not clear about things, like this is the week where you just, whoosh, you have that spiritual download and you're, wow, things are really good. And your energy levels are going to be really high. I mean, this is the only card that has a huge connotation of sound. All right, sound is vibrations, it's frequency, it's healing. You're good. Now, the last week of July, I'm sorry, not July, August. Last week of August is the biggest week. It's a loaded week. There's just too many aspects happening. It's overloaded with aspects. We have Venus squaring Jupiter, which is actually very good. Talk about that more in the weekly reading. We have Mars opposing Neptune, which is actually good. Talk about that more in the weekly reading. We officially move into Virgo season. This is the day, the 23rd, when Mercury goes retrograde. Your ruling planet goes retrograde. So we'll talk about that more. Obviously, like you probably know a lot about Mercury retrograde. But on the 24th, I want you to focus on this. Mars is trining Pluto. It's like amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Some of y'all definitely will feel that it's really just the not only transformative but like all about empowerment. Okay, now on the 27th, Mars moves into Libra, Uranus goes retrograde, and then we come to the full moon in Pisces that is happening on the 30th. This is a confusing day. Neptune is opposing Mars and Mercury, but it's not gonna be, it could be like if you are a Gemini rising, like it will like maybe career related. There could be just some like confusion around something that happens around this time, but it's just a confusing full moon. It's a blue moon, but it's not we'll talk about that in the weekly. It's coming right after Mars trining Pluto and the sun moving into Virgo with Mercury going retrograde. So when I say this is like a loaded week, there's a lot happening this week, okay? So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the last week of August. What's really funny is I knew that this card was going to show up at some time, and I'm so glad it did. You got the Nine of Pentacles. I had this feeling, especially because think about your reading during the shifts, the nodal shifts, you can go back to it, okay? When we had that new moon in Cancer, all right? That was a big thing for you. And I remember at the time you had the Nine of Pentacles in your challenge area, but I knew when I was doing your week after, I was like, I had that intuitive, I just knew that it was gonna be fixed. And here you go. Gemini, you're amazing. Nine of Pentacles, look at all that abundance, look at all that wealth, look at her harvest, okay? I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. You're good. I don't even know, you're good. You can see the symbol of Venus all over her gown as well, right? Venus, love, money, beauty. It's just, Venus is retrograde, so it's time to reassess those things, but we still have this card is attributed to Venus in Virgo. And remember what I said with all that activity in Virgo, like leading up to this moment. So you may find a lot of wealth in like terms of like home and relationship and even children, but like in those areas of your life. But this is just like a lot of abundance. Remember I said this month is all about freedom and independence. Like that's what this is, okay? Like never having to, like, she doesn't have to worry about money. She doesn't have to stress about any of that. And this is you having earned your spot, okay? I'm going to point that out. You see that little snail in the, like, not a lot of people see it. There's a snail right there. This is indicating like you really worked to get to this spot. Everything here you earned, okay? Nothing was just given to you. Like you worked your butt off to get to where this is at. And also snails are self-sufficient. They carry their own homes. So there's a lot of like her just being this very independent, like self-sufficient. Like you're good. You're good. Actually, Gemini, this is like a really good, like feel good reading. It's so much like the energy of it is very like like you're tapping into your intuition, you're becoming a lot more stronger in that area, a lot more like just being like empowered, okay? Feeling empowered, but you got something to celebrate. You got the Six of Cups in your future. You have justice in the heart of your spread. You have this new thing coming through. You're gonna have this huge like awakening, like yes, being aware, and then you're good. I mean, you got the Hierophant here as well. I mean, you're absolutely good. This is gonna be a great month for you. Claim it. Gemini, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, and if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from you. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.